Wow. Okay. Where did it go? What you doing, Scramble? All right. All right. My dog. Hey, Scramble. Hey, Scramble, want something that you want? It's yours. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry if the audio was weird for a bit there. I didn't actually have my headphones on, so I didn't hear if the audio quality was good or not. That's something I should keep in mind for the future, though. That's fine. Okay. Um, so I'm just gonna pull up some Minecraft. That's more or less my plan. So let's get into that. Coding done. Time for playing Minecraft. Okay. Hello, that is a Minecraft. Is this loud for you, or is this loud for me? It feels a little loud for me. Okay.
탕수육이요.
So what I'm gonna do, I have a friend who has a server who is what I'm gonna be playing on. So give me one moment and I will join onto that server. Okay. So I have my single player world that I have shown in Minecraft streams very much long ago. And I do occasionally still hop on that from time to time. But right now I'm actually spending more time on this server that a friend of mine has set up. And that I just hang out at and doing stuff. Right now, there's not actually that many other people playing on this server, so it is kind of mostly just me. Which is a little disappointing and sad. But, I don't know. If you're interested in playing Minecraft with me, reach out to me and let me know, and I will ask my friend about allowing you on. So I would enjoy having more people than just me, and occasionally my friend shows up, but he's kind of been busy with other stuff. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be doing much of anything that interesting. It's mostly just going to be probably just resource collection. I'll be honest. Maybe I'll do some mining or something. I don't know. But what is? Sorry, my dog. Oh yeah, I can actually show you that one moment. What are you doing, you silly? What happened to your shoe? You just had it. Where'd you put it? What the heck, Scrap?
탕수육이요.
something? You doing okay? You didn't really see me at all? What did you get on your face anyway? Okay. Okay, sure, whatever. Okay. My dog is being a silly boy. I have to try to keep an eye on him to make sure that he doesn't do anything too ridiculous, though. Hi! You want here? Okay. Alright, sure. He's over here by me now. That works. Okay. Anyway, sorry for that. So yeah, let's look at the house. So I suppose, yeah, let's actually spend a little bit of time showing off what I've built here on the server. And then we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, this is my house. Is the Oval House, or Maison Ovale, something like that. I do not know French, I do not speak French, but I think that is what that is in French. Scrabble is a dog. He's our silly dog. The eventual goal is that, like, all of this, I'm gonna have just glass here, so it's not just open up to the air like this, like roof, floor to the ceiling glass. But I have multiple floors going on here. So I guess... No, you know what? Let's start from the bottom, and we'll work out from there. So this is actually a cave that I ended up building my house into. Did not realize this cave was here when I started, but now here it is. So right now, nothing is really interesting, except I have my nether portal over here, an enchanting table set up over there. Clean it up to look nicer later, I don't know. Above the cave, this is where I have, like, this is pretty much the bottom floor of my house, and this is where I have all my farms. I have pumpkins, I have wheat, I have carrots and potatoes, and these berry things. And so then I harvest them, and then I bring them up to my storage room, where I have all of my stuff stored. Yay. Yeah. I've really only been playing on this server for like 2-3 weeks, not even that long. I have been playing on it a lot though. And so yeah, I've already gotten to about iron level of stuff. I've had a little bit of help here and there, primarily with getting this sword that I have on me now. But pretty much most everything that I have here is stuff that I got myself. Let's put some of this stuff away. I have a bunch of snowballs, in case I ever need snowballs. I have a bunch of nether wart to do something with later, I don't know. Here I have what's like the main level, with doors to the outside, and finally you can actually see outside and things like that. All of these other levels, these levels below here, are just underground, so you couldn't actually see anything. Now this is where actually we're at the surface level. Has a nice view of just kind of everything around you. What you doing, Scrabble? Hi! What's up, puppy? You want? Okay. Where are you going? Where you at, Scrabble? Okay, bye. um, yeah, a nice view here. That's kind of why I chose this place, because I like this nice view that we got. Kind of looking around and seeing all the rivers and the forests and the trees and the things like that, and the mountains. It looks pretty. Moving up to the next level. Right now, I only have my bed on this level. So I guess you could really consider this the bedroom. I don't know. I might try to see if there's anything else I can think of adding on this level, but right now there's not that much. Also, I should mention on the main level, there's actually where I have my furnaces, where I have like lava, little tool bench things. But yeah, right now this level up has just my bed and nothing else. I think I'm more intending this level to be one for like trying to get good vistas and looking around, stuff like that. We'll see. I don't know. This level, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with, but I've built it anyway, so it's here. Right now I just have some random banners. So, eventually my goal is to figure out something to do with this level, but I do not know what yet. I'm gonna go... And then this level is going to be a sheep farm. That is the eventual goal, is I'm going to move sheep up here, and then they're going to eat the grass and be sheep and hang out. And kinda that's more or less the gist of that. Yeah. But obviously there's no sheep here yet. I don't even think I have any sheep around me nearby. I don't know, I'll have to find out. But yeah. And then the next level is not built yet. This is gonna be the roof. So yeah, this is just gonna be where the roof basically is. Because as you can already tell, I'm already running out of ideas for what to put on the different floors of my house. So I don't know. This floor in particular is one where I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do, because I do not have anything for this floor yet. Build walls first. It should be at a height where sheep aren't going to just walk right off the edge. That should not really be a concern. But I will have to put in some fencing to prevent them from, say, walking into this, because that would be bad. And from walking up and down the stairs. But we'll see. We'll see how much fencing I will or will not actually need in the end. Hopefully, we'll be okay with not so much. Anyway. So that is mostly just this house. And I don't know. I went with like a rounded oval-ish design just because I thought it would be fun. And I think it ended up fitting most everything that I need. There is some stuff that I'm not gonna be able to fit in here. Like I don't have, say, a stable, and then actual docks are down there. But it's at least something for right now. Okay. I will show the rest in a little bit, and then also start talking about the things that I had listed to talk about. But I think my dog needs to go outside. Should have done that on the break, but he did not tell me on the break he wanted to go outside, but now he is. So I'm going to take a few extra minutes. Hi, Scrabble. You coming in? Yeah, never mind. He's not going to want to go inside. Outside. Okay. Well, I'll make sure to bring him out once we're done with the stream, though. That's for sure. Anyway, Okay, no, we'll keep going. And it's already back to night. Okay. So here's the other things that I have going on around my house. Is I have this fun little building that is called the Cube. And here I have a sugarcane farm that I had built. You can see the minecart going around. You can see the sugarcane up there. And they are hooked up to sensors. You're not really going to be able to see. Scribble. Oh my gosh. My dog. You can see the sensors. These over here, they're called observer blocks. And then they activate and they cause the sugarcane to come down. And they get collected right here. And then I also have my nether wart farm, which will be that. These are kind of designed similar to the designs I actually had in my single player world, especially this farm is basically just a slightly smaller version of that. But yeah. So I'm gonna probably end up with a couple other random buildings around here and there. For other various farms and other things as I add them on. But right now, that's at least a lot of the biggest stuff. And I have more than enough food to cover what I need. But goal for today is actually going to be collecting wood. What am I looking for? This I already have. Okay, never mind. So nothing that exciting at the moment. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something else that's a bit different later. You know what? Well, okay. I have two things I could do. I could either just sit at home and just work on collecting wood, which would be easy and allow me to just kind of easily do what I discuss the things that I have on my list of things to discuss. Or I can try to do a little bit more of exploration, which could be more fun. So I'm kind of in more of an exploration mood. But let's put things away first so that I don't have random stuff clogging up my inventory. And also put away things that are somewhat valuable so I'm not actually like losing them if I accidentally die. That would be bad. Okay. Alright, I do want to take some wood with me. I want some torches. It's gonna take a lot, I guess. Should take some arrows. I do have... Ooh. Let's take a bow. I have a bow. Okay. I didn't know I had a bow. So just a few minutes to just get things prepared and then we will start to head off. And I need more tools, that's what I'm gonna want to grab more of. Boop. And then making sure that I have enough. Now let's just use iron, stone. That's fine. Boop. Okay. Alright. And then I'm also going to make sure that I take a bed with me. So I'm going to have to make a bed. Boop, boop, boop. So that I can sleep through the night wherever we're at. Okay. So as we're going along, I will discuss a couple of things that have been on my mind lately. And ideally, the big thing that I'm looking for, and I know that going through the water is probably not the best way to do it. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll actually just walk. We'll try that. The biggest thing I'm really looking for is a desert or a mesa biome. Preferably maybe even both. Because I need a lot of sand if I'm going to put glass on all of that. So yeah. Allow me... Just, yeah. So as we're kind of going along, there's a couple things that I just kind of wanted to discuss a bit about. And I don't know. Just kind of more casual conversation type things if other conversation topics come up. But at least for here and now, I have a couple of things to bring up of my own. And I suppose the first big one is, obviously, this is the first time that I have streamed in quite a while. This is the, like, starting village that we've set up, by the way. Actually, I didn't have any part in setting this up, but now it is here, and I use it. I'm gonna move on. And also, this is admittedly kind of a weird time to stream between, like, 2 and 5 p.m. on a, Monday. It was, I had actually taken the day off of work today. Not to do the stream, but just, you know, I figured I'm already taking the day off, so may as well. I've know in the past that my streams have been at weird times, which is why that I have not had people come up on as much. Come around as much. Why is it selecting that one again? I want you to select something else, please. Sure. But 2 p.m. probably isn't the best time to be doing a stream either. But that is kind of what's been my issue, and I suppose that is an issue of my own making. Is an issue I've been having is just that I don't really have as many people swinging by for the streams. Obviously, I do have some friends. Like you, Fangs, which has been nice. But I haven't had, you know, as many people as I had come by before. And this isn't exactly about numbers or anything like that. This idea of streaming has not really been ever about that. I more like to stream just for the sense of, I just want to see, or how do I put it? I don't know. I like streams as a way for me to kind of hang out with friends in a way other than just meeting up at a physical place or things like that. And it feels like streaming hasn't exactly met that purpose as of lately. Which is kind of why I had moved away from doing gaming streams in the past. And because with coding streams, even if it is it's still streaming, doing a coding stream, but at least with that, I'm doing a stream and I'm also accomplishing something at the same time, which is good. Because it is nice to actually have, I don't know, nice to make progress on something, and it also, like, doing it on a stream has also forced me to become more focused, which is a good thing. Not nighttime yet. So I definitely have an issue when I'm just trying to work on a project by myself, without other people, or, you know, without doing a stream or without anything else, any sort of deadline or obligation or things like that. I do have a tendency to just kind of my mind has a tendency to wander, and I keep doing other things rather than the thing that I meant to be doing. So coding streams have been helpful for me for that, in the sense of making sure I actually do the thing that I'm meant to be doing. So in the future, my plans for streams is to still continue doing more coding streams and things like that. My issue is, the other part with that, though, is that with doing coding streams, though, then I'm focused on coding, and I'm not able to, like, just discuss things like I am here and now as part of this. That's not a desert, is it? No, I don't think that is. I think that's just a big beach. Yeah. And sorry, my mind's hopping all over the place. Yeah, that's why I like coding streams, is because it allows me to focus on doing the thing that I actually want to be doing and make sure I have progress. And also it is just nice to make progress on a thing and then also have it here, like, recorded. Because all of my streams do end up on my YouTube channel afterwards. Sometime eventually afterwards, sometimes it's a while. And then, yeah, you just have, like, a visual record of me having worked on things, which is just kind of cool. I don't know. It is kind of cool to be able to look back and be like, oh yeah, this is when I made this thing. What was I thinking at that moment? Oh, I was thinking about this type of stuff. And that also means that when it comes to the coding streams, I don't really care that much about how many people are viewing. I don't really care that much about if I have friends there or if I'm just there by myself, streaming to nobody or anything like that. Because at that point, like, having friends to hang out with would still definitely be cool. But at that point, it's more of a focus on actually getting the thing done. And focusing on a thing. Whoa. But gaming streams are still nice in their own way, because it is just kind of nice to be able to just play a thing and talk about stuff. Because with the coding streams, I feel like I focus too much on just you know, the actual coding aspect and not really paying attention to much else. My mind goes elsewhere if I'm trying to think of, like, if topics end up being brought up, my mind just is not usually there at that moment. Whereas gaming streams, I'm more freely able to kind of, like, think about and discuss other random things, and it doesn't, I don't know, my mind isn't, like, in super fixation mode, basically. Oh, Is it nighttime already? I didn't think it's already nighttime. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. Wow. Anyway, yeah, so I would like to do more gaming streams as well, just because then, you know, I still get to do stuff and talk about things. And I don't know, it's just kind of, it's fun. It's fun to play a game, and it's fun to have friends to hang out with while you're playing a game. But the issues with the gaming streams, like I said, well, like I kind of talked about a little bit, is that if there aren't friends to hang out with, then I'm just kind of sitting here doing a thing just by myself, which is not quite as fun. It was kind of against the whole idea of why I did streams to begin with. When I'm playing a game. But also, I've come to realize more and more that, like, me as a gamer, game player of the games, doesn't really overlap very well with what makes for a good or entertaining or interesting stream. Because I tend to be a pretty risk-adverse person, and I tend to be I tend to take my time to plan things out and make things right, rather than actually say just going in blind and figuring it out as I go. Which streams where it's more just about me sitting there for like 30 minutes thinking about a thing, or like just slowly working on a thing, are not as entertaining as somebody who just dives into something and doesn't think about it and does stuff on the fly. I'm not a very much on the fly type of person. And so me doing gaming streams aren't exactly as entertaining in that form or fashion. Which is why when it comes to, like, I had tried to do, I think it was like American Truck Simulator, and I had tried to do Minecraft, and I had tried to do, hello, I will take some free kelp. I think there's some other game that I had tried to do and it didn't really work out very well. Just because I'm more of just a silently doing my own thing type of thing. But there are some games that would, I think, out of the box work better for that sort of stuff. And I do have plans in mind for certain other games that I do want to play. Primarily a big one that I would like to do some more of. I have done a lot of playing Minecraft. Okay, one moment, please. Why does it keep selecting that particular song? Is there a reason why? Sorry. What's that over there? Is that a beach or is that actually gonna be desert? It's not even beach. But yeah. So games like games like Mario Party would be more fun. Maybe games like other console games. I know I want to get back to playing and finishing Sonic 06. That is a goal. But it sounds like I'm not even halfway through it. I'm like maybe halfway through Sonic's story, not even the rest of the other two stories at all. So there's still a lot more to do with that. And there might be other games that might make for a more interesting stream. I am also not really particularly interested in following trends. So like, say, playing Pikmin 4 or Tears of the Kingdom or things like that, because they're the new big games coming out right now. Or that one that has a really long title that is about like mobile games that they made in actual real, like the games that were like in mobile ads and now they're actual games type of thing. I have those games, those are all fun to play, but I don't want to play them on a stream just because that's the new big thing to stream. Because I'm not exactly, again, I'm not here for trying to chase numbers or do that sort of stuff. I'll take a piece of bread. What is this village? Cool. I guess. Okay, someone has clearly been here because there's a horse and a baby horse both tied up. Okay. That's fine though. Anyway, so that's kind of my dilemma with all of those. But yeah, I think in the future I will try to do a bit more game playing as well. Try to do a bit of streaming, excuse me, a bit of coding and a bit of, wow, words. A bit of coding and a bit of game playing in future streams. Because I have spent a lot of time thinking about and playing and doing Mario Party. So more Mario Party streams I think would be very much in the future for this particular Twitch.tv channel. What's that? Twitch.tv account? Channel? I don't know. Anyway. That is a Savannah. That is good news. Because savannas are closer to what I want. And Minecraft biomes are organized so that similar biomes right next to each other to prevent things like going from a desert to like an icy area, for example. So savanna is actually one of the hot biomes, which would also cover jungle and desert and mesa. I don't know about if it covers mesa, but at least definitely covers desert. And then if there's desert, there might be mesa. So I'm gonna try to explore around here a little bit. Unfortunately, the savanna seems to be mostly just bordered by more temperate forests, which is disappointing. Wow. But yeah, and I think that actually playing like various Wii games would be a fun thing to do for the near future. Because I've also just kind of, I don't know, got a lot of enjoyment out of playing stuff on my Wii lately. So more of that, I think, would be fun. Yeah. I've said pretty much time and time again that I don't really have a set schedule for when I'll be streaming or things like that. And that is going to continue to be the case. But ideally, I think I might like to try to do streaming a bit more often than once every 3 or 4 months. Yeah. So I'll have to think about how often I think I could do a stream. Because a lot of it really depends more upon trying to figure out time to do it. In between other random stuff I've got going on. So like these gaming streams, as much as I kind of enjoy doing a game on a stream, I also am not actually accomplishing anything in terms of, say, chores or projects that I want to make progress on or things like that. That is jungle over there. I'm gonna keep heading this way. So obviously that is the limitation with those streams. But at least with coding streams, I am making progress on projects. So I might try to find more time to schedule more of those. But I don't want to commit to a certain frequency. But ideally, more often. Ideally, I'm hoping, like, say, once a month at least, or twice a month. Twice a month I think would be a good amount to aim for. It's more frequent than that would be taken away time from things that I would rather be spending, like taking away time that I would rather be spending on other stuff. And less frequently than that, then kinda defeats the purpose of streaming. But not really, that's not true. But it just kinda... yeah. Am I getting into like new sections here? Hello. This is a mango. Cool. Mud. So here is where we'll actually find frogs. Ribbit. Ribbit, ribbit. There's another one over here somewhere. Ribbit. But I want more of these. Because ideally I should be able to plant these at home and get my own mangrove trees. But I don't entirely 100% know what is needed to plant and raise a mangrove tree at home. So I'll have to think about what needs to be done there. No, frog. Anyway. So there's a lot of thoughts on that. And yeah. And there's kind of the question of like, do I even want to be streaming at all? You know, I mean, because I'd like to be doing streams to be hanging out with friends and doing stuff like that. And if I don't have friends to hang out with on a stream, then what's the point of doing a stream? When I could just be kinda just hanging out by myself and just doing stuff by myself. Without having to be concerned as much about what I might end up showing on a screen. Or having to be like this or that, I don't know. Not like I really show anything that dangerous or illicit on here or anything like that, but like, I don't know. I don't have to be worried about much of anything when I'm not streaming, you know. terms of what I'm doing on my computer. It's going slowly, or what's going on? Also, I am like way in the thicket of this. Oh my gosh. I would kind of like to get out of here now, actually. I think we've gotten enough of these mangrove propagules. Get a fourth one. Why not? So let's get out of here, please. Preferably back to Savannah so I can try to find desert from there. Nice. Chickens. Anyway, so there's kind of that. Yeah. And again, like, I've said this a few times already, but I'm just saying it one more time just to, like, really bring it home, like, just to really hammer it home. Like, streaming for me is not about the numbers. This is not, like, me trying to be like, ooh, I'm gonna become a full-time streamer. That's not my goal with this. And even if that were my goal, that would be kind of a ridiculous goal, I'll be honest, because there's so many people out there who are doing streaming and that are either trying to or succeeding in that goal of being a full-time streamer, that the market is already fully full of that. So that's not really my intention here, because I don't really have anything as much to really bring to the table if that were to be my goal, you know. That being said, I am trying to work on other projects that I would like to ideally put online, and ideally if those projects take off well, then maybe that could be something that I put more time into, is working on side projects. But there is, of course, no guarantees on that, and that should not be what my expectation is. What biome is this? This is just forest. Okay. Does not particularly help with finding my, cocoa beans. A single bamboo. Nice. I'm gonna actually cut out a couple of these jungle trees so I can take them with me. Which one? This one seems good. Well, that's kind of the big things with streaming, I guess. That's where my thoughts are at the moment. I know in like past streams I've given more thoughts about where my mind is at with streaming. And it's kind of that. But moving ahead from there, yeah. Minecraft? Yeah. As I mentioned, this is a server that I'm on, and so this is, if people want to play Minecraft with me, let me know, and I would be glad to reach out and figure out a way to get people on here with me for hanging out. I know long ago I had done a stream where I invited people onto my single player world, and we had hung out and just done things and messed around in an area way off in the distance. But and ideally maybe that could be something I could do again, but I don't know what the future has in store for something like that. Ideally I would like a jungle sapling, please. I got one. Okay, I mean, that's better than none. Bleh. Yeah. Minecraft, like I had said, is a game that I've been playing a lot lately. Um, and it's one of those games where like I'll get into it for quite a while and then I'll just kind of fall out of it and then I'll get back into it, type of thing, back and forth. But I've been kind of on a Minecraft kick for a decent while. Well, I would say I definitely did fall out of it for a little bit. Then my friend reached out and said, "Hey, I have a server. Do you want to join?" And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, yeah!" Now we're back here. But when it comes to ads and other games, other than that, the other games I've been mostly playing right now, well, has been Mario Party, various Mario Party games, and then also, I'm still trying to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I have not finished that yet. I had gotten way into it for quite a while, and then after a little while, I just kind of fell out of it. I'm just like, okay, that was cool. I have other things I need to be doing, though. Which tends to just be what happens with me as an adult. Is being like, okay, that was cool. Now I have to do other things now. Which is disappointing, but is what happens with that. But yeah. Moving on next, though, with other games. I don't know. Oh, I remember now. Speaking of Minecraft, though, actual Minecraft-related news. If you watch other Minecraft content online, like people who focus on Minecraft and what future updates of it are going to look like, you probably already had heard about this. But in case you have not, they are already working on 1.20.1, which is going to be not a small update. It's not going to be massive. It's not 1.21, but it will be interesting in that one of the experimental features being added onto that is how enchantment is done, especially more particularly how enchantment, what enchantments you can get from villagers. I'm actually relatively positive about that change. I think it'll be a good time. Oh, I just realized I need to do Minecraft. Boop. I just realized I completely forgot to change the topic of the stream that we're on right now, and right now we're on Minecraft. I won't change the other take, so I probably should. I don't know, whatever. Anyway. I'm actually personally pretty positive about that change, because I think that Minecraft is needing more enchantments are pretty dang easy to get from villagers, honestly. Like, if you're looking for a specific enchantment, it does not take that much effort to actually get that enchantment if you come across a village with a librarian already in it. And certain enchantments such as mending are very powerful, and it is kind of ridiculous that you can just get them right then and there. You know. And so it makes sense why they're making those changes, and it also makes sense why they're making the mending enchantment harder to get from villagers, which I think is a positive change. Of course, with pretty much anything that changes about Minecraft with a community of this size, there's going to be people who are upset. And there's people talking about how this quote-unquote doesn't fix things, it just makes things more tedious because then you'll have to bring villagers around to different biomes and things like that. Which I don't think is the right way to be seeing this. If you're really that focused on being a completionist and getting villagers from every biome and getting villagers that have access to every enchantment, then sure. But this is more a way to prevent mending from popping up too commonly, and other powerful enchantments such as protection or fortune, because they're just too easy to get right now is the thing. If you have a village with librarians, and that is actually what we have on this server, is a village that have librarians on it, then it is so easy to get enchantments like mending. And so you'd be kind of stupid to not try to take advantage of that. Seriously, still only one jungle sapling? I'm looking to get at least... Okay, well there's 2. I was hoping to get like 4. Okay. I should move on though. So I think it should be seen less about making things more tedious and more about making mending, protection, fortune being the harder to get rarer enchantments that they were supposed to be. It's just that people have been able to game this system a little bit to get access to these really powerful enchantments really easily. So that is where my mind is at on that. I think it is a positive change. I'm glad that they're kind of working on that. I think there are still definitely some things that would need to be worked out. In terms of that particular change with the enchantments, but I think it is a step in the right direction. I'm curious to see where Mojang is going to go with that from there. I probably have other thoughts about the future of Minecraft, but right now I cannot think about that. Nothing else is coming to mind at the moment. So I'll just kind of move on. Yeah. So the next thing to maybe discuss is my doggo Scrabble, who is back to sleeping in between my legs down there. Luckily, things have not been... there's not been really that much exciting stuff to report about him. That's a pink sheep. Boop. Wow. Finding pink sheeps in the wild are actually pretty rare. Yeah, that was impressive. Anyway. So, luckily he's been doing pretty good. the biggest issue with Scrabble is just the fact that he is so clingy to both of us, to both me and my partner. And so if both of us leave to go out somewhere, for example, then he gets really upset about that. Or even if it's just one of us being gone, then his mood is already a little bit more droopy than it was before. And we had some friends over at our house the other day, and he had gotten, like, he's already kind of, I don't know what it is. He does not like one of our friends for whatever reason. We do not know why. But he was getting very upset with him yesterday, even more than usual. He was also getting a little bit upset with our other friend too, and I do not get it. And so I don't know. We'll have to think about what we can do to make sure that he doesn't end up pushing our friends away to be like, yeah, we don't want to hang out with you anymore. I don't think it's near that point. I don't think it's near that point at all. But it's more of a concern of I don't want bad experiences. But yeah. He's been doing pretty good overall. Definitely no vet visits recently, which is a positive. Yeah. Other than that, though, I've been actually pretty dang busy at home. I've had... So my mom is actually starting to move out of our childhood house, the one that I had grown up on for years and years. And so she's slowly working on getting things moved over and getting her, like, selling off excess things that she doesn't need anymore and things like that. Yeah. And so, I mean, so that is kind of emotional in some ways. Having to, at some point, eventually leave the house or eventually no longer even seeing the house that I'd spent so many years in, you know? And so as a part of that, sorry, I was thinking about what's going on with this swamp. So as a part of that, though, I am also... I had to grab all of the random stuff that I still had sitting at my mom's house that I had not yet grabbed. And so I have a lot of just random boxes sitting here at home now that I'm gonna have to work on getting through and organizing and all that sort of stuff in the next coming weeks. Because, yeah. So that is actually going to be a big thing that'll be taking up a lot of my time. And so if I'm not going to be able to do streams for a little while, then that's definitely going to be a big part of the reason why. Because yeah, I just have boxes of stuff just all over the place, and it is not good. Not organized, not anything. Um, and some of that stuff is stuff that I myself don't really need at all anymore. I have like a bunch of old magazines and old maps. And a decent amount of it I actually did end up throwing away. Not throwing away, but like recycling. But there's still definitely... Gosh. Still definitely more stuff that I still have to work through. So yeah. What is that over there? Is that a shipwreck? I think that is a shipwreck. It is a shipwreck for sure. It's partly into the sand. Yeah, so that's been the thing that's been keeping me busy. In general, we're already just running out of space for all the stuff we already have at home. And so now having a bunch of extra boxes worth of stuff at home that I need to work on sorting through does not help with our situation. But yeah, so there's been that. And yeah, and just having to focus on things that are important to be doing at home. Cleaning, organizing, chores, all that sort of fun stuff for sure. But yeah, that's my boat. Is there... There's everything about this hidden away because of the sand. I think it is. Okay. I'm already here, so I'd like to try to pick up whatever is in the chests here. I'm gonna have to grab my pickaxe. Anyway. What's next after that? I don't know. I guess that's the big things. Other than that, the other big things that I'm really just trying to look forward to doing is just, you know, more streaming is always going to be nice and fun. But I'm also actually primarily looking to get into more hobbies and skills. You know, coding, programming is a big thing already I'm working on. Eventually I would like to work on programming in more languages than just the ones that I already have knowledge of. I don't need carrots. But on top of that, I'd also like to spend some time working on things like work on 3D modeling or animation, or things like video game design. Because I already have, you know, the course programming skills. What I would like to do from there is to be able to look at I'll look at, but like do other things like hardcore, say, video games that I might make, or things like that. So yeah. So that's been kind of where my mind has been at. With all of those. So I don't know. I guess those are my biggest thoughts I have going on at the moment. Yeah. So I guess to try to finish that thought that I was saying is that I am gonna be slowly working on doing more of those stuff. I have the tools already downloaded on my computer for doing more work on those things. And so I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to get to all of those, given that I also have to focus on other more immediate things like the boxes or random stuff I have to sort through. But it is a plan. It is a plan indeed. But I think for here and now, I've gotten through the things that I want to. Not much else has been discussed in the chat. So I'm probably actually gonna finish off with the stream now. Yeah. Because this has been fun. I did accomplish things, and I did just have some time to discuss other things I wanted to discuss. So things are at a good spot with that. How much sand did I even collect? 50? Okay. So I don't know when my next stream is going to be. Probably not at this 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. time slot section. But it would be relatively sooner than it was before. So we will see, and of course if you keep an eye on my Facebook, if you have me on Facebook, or if you follow me on Mastodon or Twitter or X or whatever that's called now. It's called X now, which is a thing. I don't really. I have thoughts on them. Of course, it's similar to most everyone else's thoughts. I might have other thoughts, but I've not given too much thought about it. But you know, that's where I'll talk about when I have my next streams coming up. I've not been very active on social media lately. I suppose that's an extra topic I could get into. It just, I don't know. Especially with the whole Twitter thing going on in the past couple months to a year now. Just the whole direction that Twitter has gone, and just what I'm getting out of social media. Twitter was like the big thing that I enjoyed spending time on, and now that's just not really a fun place anymore. It still is a fun enough place because most of the people that I follow, the things that are doing there are pretty well insulated from the. I'm pretty well insulated from the cesspool-y areas, I should say. Not to say that I don't come across that at all. But it's still a fine enough experience there. But I would ideally like to spend time on other social media platforms, but like none others have really hooked into me quite as much as Twitter had done. And even if Twitter is still kind of providing the same things that I had gotten in the past, it's still not the same as it was in the past, and I still just kind of feel, I don't know, not the most comfortable with it anymore. Given what it has turned into now and how it has been seen on the internet and things like that. Something like Threads. I would ideally like it if Threads took its place. Primarily I was looking for Mastodon to kind of more or less fill that role, not just for me, but for everybody. And to an extent, it has, but I don't think Mastodon has been quite as great as I was hoping it would be. Primarily because I don't have that many friends who actually are using Mastodon now. Excuse me. Threads seems like it could be interesting, but that's gonna again require it. We're gonna have to see if it actually takes off. But if Meta, Instagram, whatever, are going to be smart about this, they're gonna have to play the long game. And I hope they do, and I hope that it takes off, and I hope that something ends up replacing Twitter. But we're just gonna have to see. And in the meantime, yeah, social media has not gotten to me in the same way that it has before. So now, I don't actually go on social media much. And I post on it much less than I used to, and I didn't really post on it that often to begin with. But still. For updates about what I'm doing, that would be the place to go. And I'm probably gonna still try to... I think my goal is still to try to do more on it, on social media. Maybe, I don't know. At this point, I think I've reached the end of where I was gonna go with that topic or thought. What I have queued up in my head at the moment. So, I'll save the rambling, stop it here, and we will call it an end for this stream. I am on a random island way out in the middle of the ocean trying to excavate this ship. Oh boy. Actually, yeah. I do need the sand, so excavating this ship is not actually a bad idea. That's when I do stuff like that. Great. Anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna call it for this stream. I'll probably just continue more of this later. And thank you for coming along. For those of you who did come along, this was lovely. I got things done, and we'll see each other again soon. But for now, bye bye. Bye bye.